Everyone, let's take a look at how to disassemble and reassemble an Onyx OHM BMX Rear hub. You'll need an 8mm hex key and two 20mm cone wrenches to perform this procedure. Begin by loosening the non-drive side axle bolt. You want to only partially unthread this, so roughly half the bolt is sticking out of the axle. Press firmly against this to unseat the axle towards the drive side of the hub. Now you may finish unthreading the non-drive side axle bolt and set it aside. The non-drive side end cap can be removed with a firm tug. Now that the end cap and axle bolt is free from the non-drive side, go ahead and pull the axle out of the drive side of the hub. Now before proceeding further, go ahead and clean any dirt and debris that may have collected on the drive side axle bearing or on the seal surface between the driver and the hub shell. To remove the driver, hold firmly and pull out of the hub. Now that you're ready to put the driver back in, inspect the seal area on the edge of the hub shell and the back of the driver for any dirt and debris. This should be dry without any grease. To install the driver, plug into the hub using a counterclockwise rotation or freewheel motion. Once inserted into the clutch, press on the driver to ensure it is seated into the driver support bearing. Now you can install the axle by sliding through the drive side of the hub. Insert until that axle is protruding from the non-drive side of the hub, then install your non-drive side end cap with a firm press. Next, take your axle bolt and install loosely on the hub. Now you can loosen your drive side axle bolt and prepare the hub to be installed into your frame for preload adjustment. Now with the hub installed in your frame, be sure your axle bolts are tightened to riding torque spec. Next, take your 20mm cone wrench and loosen the silver jam nut on the non-drive side end cap. Rotate this jam nut counterclockwise a few turns to give yourself room for the preload adjustment. Now using your 20mm cone wrench, grab hold of the inner collar of the non-drive side end cap and rotate counterclockwise. This will loosen the preload on the hub and allow side-to-side play. Rotating clockwise will add preload to the hub and remove side-to-side play. Adding too much preload will cause the bearings to bind and the hub to spin slowly. Adjust until you find your sweet spot where there is no side-to-side play and the hub spins freely. Once you have found your sweet spot and check for side-to-side play, take your second 20mm cone wrench and hold the inner collar for your adjustment. Using your first cone wrench, tighten the silver jam nut against the inner collar. Once you feel the two pieces connect, tighten down snugly 1/8 of a turn. And that is all. Your adjustment is done and you're ready to get back on the track.